Chloë Agnew,
Hi, your
how are you
friend.
doing? How are you keeping?
How are you doing? Happy Friday to you. Well,
I know, I
a bit
know. It's a Friday. I didn't,
Friday. I've lost all track of
I
days.
didn't know what day of the week it was. How are you getting on?
Well, been better, like us
Yeah,
all, I think. Crazy start to the new year here, particularly in Ireland, and obviously not looking forward to having to. I always look forward to these Friday lives so
I
much,
know, I
and
know.
today is a little different, sadly, to have to
This
come
is
on
probably the trickiest yet, I'd say. Yeah,
with
yeah.
the news of this week. But just wanted to obviously come on and update everybody as to why, from the questions that we've got this week, as to why our Wild Atlantic Fla can't go ahead.
Mm.
I don't know about you there in Scotland, Colm, but it's pretty crazy here in
It
Ireland.
is crazy. And I think that's one of the things that, one of the reasons that we really wanted to come live again and to chat with people is that just in case anyone wasn't really familiar with what the situation is like in Ireland, where this was hoping to be filmed. And, some areas seem to be handling this a little bit better than others. And they might be looking at this saying, oh, why is it being cancelled? So we just wanted to stop in and just have a live chat about why
Absolutely.
the decision's being made.
I mean, it is COVID strikes again, unfortunately.
Mm,
And for anyone who's unaware, the situation in Ireland, when we initially launched the FLA back in November, Ireland had one of the lowest cases at the time. We were in a good place there, and the numbers allowed for a safe production with all the proper precautions in place, of course. But unfortunately now, we are in very serious lockdown here in Ireland, and with the current restrictions and guidelines, it is unfortunately any kind of filming or recording for our Wild Atlantic Fla is just not deemed as it's non-essential work right now,
mm.
unfortunately. So it just puts us in a place of not being able to put on the production, the quality production that we wanted to for people, and it's just not safe, sadly.
That's
And I
the
think
main
we're kind
thing.
of
Yeah,
getting used to things being postponed, with COVID, but it just doesn't make it any easier either, sadly.
I know. I know. I think a lot of people, myself included, I think we're sort of looking at turning into the new year, 2021. This is going to be the end of the 2020 madness and a fresh start. But unfortunately, we're going to pick it up from where we left off.
Yeah.
But I mean, Chloe, you're in Ireland. I was hoping to get back for Christmas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of COVID, all the ferries and flights were cancelled here from Scotland. So, I mean, what's it like even on the ground in Dublin? Is like, I mean, from what I hear, nothing is
No,
open.
it's nothing. We are in complete lockdown, pretty much exactly where we were in March of last year gone. And sadly, like as I said, when we put this on, when we launched this back in November, we were in a very
Mm,
good place. And in a matter of weeks, Ireland now has the highest cases in all of Europe, which is really, really sad. And it's crazy to believe we are in this place. And obviously it's just going back to lots of things being postponed and pushed again, not cancelled. We're not using the word cancel because they're
yeah.
not. Because I have great hope that all of the things that are being pushed and postponed are all absolutely going to happen. But just right now, it's just not safe. And you can tell everyone. I mean, I think maybe people didn't realize there was a lot more production and behind the scenes stuff involved with the FLA than
Well, this is
you might
it.
have
Yeah. I
thought.
mean, as we say each time we come live together, that when we do our Friday live chats, we say that we're going to take the questions that come through during the week, and we do go through the questions. And there's been some people wondering, this was a virtual gig. Why is a virtual gig being cancelled? And one of the things that we wanted to talk about as well was the fact that this wasn't just a case of artists were going to be recording something from their homes and putting it together. This was going to be a live show that was recorded. So
Mhm.
we had, as we spoke in previous chats, we had 3 different venues that we had booked for this. So this was a massive, massive operation. It wasn't a small scale thing at all. And it's just, as you've pointed out there, with everything going on, first of all, there's the logistics of the restrictions and everything that would have made it, if not impossible, very, very difficult to do. But the main thing is that it wasn't safe anymore. If one person had have picked up anything, well, then, unfortunately, as much as I love performing and you love
I know.
performing, it's not worth taking those
No,
chances for as well.
no.
So it's a real, I mean, I'm sure people who are hearing the news on social media were disappointed. You can only imagine as performers and as presenters how disappointed we were as well to hear it. But we do realize and feel it was the best decision
Mhm.
to be made. But it's not all doom and gloom. And I think that's one of the nice things. So I think we were chatting before this thinking, oh, this is going to be the hardest chat so far because normally we're so full of, we brilliant news. But we do have good news as well to talk about because this isn't the end of the Wild Atlantic Flat. Okay, it might be a postponement of 21, but perhaps, Chloë, you could mention what the long-term plans and what the 2022 plans are of the flat.
Indeed. Well, if anything else, this gives us more time to plan and to prepare to make the Wild Atlantic Flat even bigger and better next year. I think what's so exciting is we are working non-stop at the moment in discussions with the town here in Ireland about hosting the Flat in 2022, which means there are likely to be like a hybrid of a live streaming show along with live actual events. You could come and actually see the show in person, which is amazing. So, and hopefully by then we'll be in a place where people could actually come and travel to Ireland and experience the Wild Atlantic Flat in person. And then, of course, for all of our friends all over the world, we will still have the opportunity to be able to stream it online so they can be a part of our flat too.
Exactly. So it's genuinely, it's something that really, really excites me because I think the opportunity to just take over a town in Ireland and make it, the Wild Atlantic Flat town and see these live shows and, because as much as performing these online would be brilliant, it's nothing compares to actually being there in person as well.
Absolutely,
so to have the live event and, as you say, then hearing that online would be brilliant. So that's
the best of both worlds next year, which is really exciting.
Exactly.
But also not going to be the last of seeing us for this year either.
I know, careful what you wish for now. Yeah.
Well, we are going to have lots of continuing our Wild Atlantic Flat chats, and we'll be keeping you involved in the loop over the coming months, the next year, of lots of exciting things as we keep adding to the festival and we keep working on making next year even bigger and better for all of you. Which is
exactly. I mean, this is
on our page here at least, because we're going to keep these chats up.
Everything will be, any new announcement will be made either on the Wild Atlantic Flat social media or the Wild Atlantic Flat website, which I think is the link for it. But yeah, there's, as Chloë said there, I mean, we've really enjoyed popping online each week and having a chat, and you guys seem to be enjoying it as well. The numbers of people that are tuning into us is brilliant as well. And we thought, since we've been talking so much together in previous weeks, and because of the postponement of the Wild Atlantic Flat stages, that we thought we'd offer a little bit of a special surprise as well around St. Patrick's Week. And dates and ticket links for this will be announced during the week. But we thought we would host a show together as well, that we would, put our minds together, try and make it work. Obviously, some people might be asking, well, how can you do a show and the Flat's postponed? It's a lot easier to work logistics of 2 people show than a full production of the Flat. But we thought, why not try it the year that it is, and with the weekly chats that we've been having, it'd be brilliant to. I don't think I've ever performed just.
I know. We've never done an online show together. I don't think.
I don't think so. So I would love it. And the second you mentioned, I was like, brilliant. I would absolutely love that. So tickets will go on sale for a Colm and Chloë show as well in the next few weeks, which we're really looking forward to. And so it's certainly not all doom and gloom here at the minute.
Absolutely not. No, look, we have to stay positive. We have to stay hopeful. I know there is disappointment in this, but we have so much more to look forward to. We really do. And we're going to work really hard to make sure that next year is really exciting for everybody. And over the course of the next couple of months, as I said, you're going to see lots more from the Wild Atlantic Flat team. We'll be introducing you to new artists and all of that. But in the meantime, stay tuned, because we're going to put up some info here about our upcoming Paddy show we'll do together, which is exciting.
Absolutely. And if you've any questions along the way, feel free to always pop the questions in here, because we go through them all the time. And in one of the future Friday Live chats, when we go there, we will hopefully take 1 or 2 questions that people have. So if you've any questions at any time, even if it's not live during this chat, pop a question into the Facebook page or Twitter feed or anywhere, and we'll try our best to take it.
And again, I think one more big thank you to everybody who has been so supportive and so excited for the Flat. It's really, it has made feeling like we're creating something new for everyone, and people are so supportive of it. It's amazing. And I think we just are only hopeful that you can all stay in touch with us over the next couple of months, and refunds have been issued out through Stodit, and I think if there's any issues, there's an email address they can contact too, right?
I believe there is, yeah.
stageit.com. So if you
There
have
you
any
go.
issues, you can go there. But we are so thankful to everybody who has also been so understanding.
I know the response. I mean, even going through every single comment that came through, everyone understood
they're
why
so
it was happening.
supportive of why we have to do what we're doing. But to see that, I'm seeing all these comments here at the side though that
I
people
know,
are
I'm trying to read them as well, and
next couple of months is really, really exciting.
it's great. So we will try, as Chloe said, we'll try, apart from our stage show, we'll try have these live chats as well. Later on in the year, we'll get you to meet some of the artists that are going to be part of the whole Wild Atlantic Fla, and we will stay in touch. But to everyone, stay safe, and thank you very much for your ongoing support. And it's needed now more than ever. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
So Chloe.
We'll
yes,
see
long live the Fla, and we'll be in touch very shortly. It's a short and sweet chat today, but we will be back on air in due course. So thanks to everything.
Indeed. And I see somebody asking there, for anyone who is wondering, yes, we are looking at our options for on-demand viewing for the Fla next year. Do not worry. That is something that we will be looking at. We've seen all your comments. We've seen all your feedback. So keep it coming in. By all means, we're so excited that you're part of the Wild Atlantic Fla family. And we want to hear all of your suggestions and all your questions.
Absolutely. This is only the beginning of a really exciting adventure. So it's certainly not, when the post went up during the week, it wasn't the end of it all. It's there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and we will let you know any updates along the way.
Indeed. Colm, you're the best.
You too, Chloe. Great to see you. Okay. Take care, guys.
Take care. Have a great weekend.
See ya.